Well, to dig a little deeper, we're going to go over to the professor of history at the California State University in San Bernardino, David Yaghoubian. Thank you very much for joining us. What's your take on this, David?
It's great to be with you. I see this move as really largely symbolic insofar as, to my knowledge, there isn't a remaining individual entity or piece of equipment in Iran, and now subsequent to sanctions against I thought that these 747s had already been placed under sanctions. And so basically the point is that this is just layering on sanctions upon maximum pressure sanctions, upon draconian, illegal, extraterritorial sanctions, and is clearly going to be ineffectual. This is basically just demonstrating American displeasure with the exports that Iran is providing to Russia, in this case claiming that they are electronic in nature. Certainly the United States is highly hypocritical in this regard. We know full well that it continues to export electronics in the form of deadly high-tech weaponry to, among others, the apartheid state of Israel, the despotic kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Zelensky's Ukraine. So that's my basic take. It's symbolic and is going to be ineffectual, although it, of course, still remains highly illegal under international law.
Exactly. David, what do you think the signaling is in the midst of the nuclear negotiations which had been going on for the past months? How do you think this plans out for the future of the talks?
I think this is just the Washington playbook to try to continue to obtain leverage against Iran by layering on as many sanctions as possible, by printing, if possible, or if need to be manufactured, as many negative articles about Iran or Iranian society as the American mainstream media can muster. And close observers can see the ebb and flow of such stories. And so clearly the Zionist lobby in the United States, and especially the Republican hawks, although of course this relates to the liberal interventionists on the Democrat side, they're very upset with the specter of the United States actually returning to international law and its obligations under the JCPOA. And so we see this wave, this chorus of anti-Iran stories in the media and moves by the Biden administration, as the Trump administration made the same moves, as the Obama administration made the same moves to layer on sanctions to try to obtain additional leverage against Iran. It doesn't work. It has never worked. But what hasn't worked in the past and the reality of the present day in history has never necessarily influenced decision making in Washington, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us out of San Bernardino. David Yaghoubian, professor of history at the California State University. Very nice to see you as always. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.